now on paintballwebcast.com.
This is not a car, guys. Stay tuned to see what the Millennium Series has got me doing next.
With over 10 million participants, paintball has taken over one of the top spots for an extreme sport after skateboarding and inline skating. Now played on over 104 countries across the globe, paintball has become an over $500 million industry, with more than 5 million paintball players and tons of new participants playing every day. PaintballWebcast.com selected some of the sport's most amazing professionals in the paintball community to review the attitude and character that is inspiring this amazing sport.
I'm Shelley Farmer.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Steve Rappikoff here with Paintball Webcast.
Hey guys, Nick Slodek here. I'll be one of your commentators, analysts for Paintball Webcast.
My name is Maurice van den Aker.
They're enjoying the game. Some are saying, oh, it's a little boring because you can figure out how to play it quickly. But I don't know. I disagree, because as the game develops during each point, you know, when there's different players on the field, the game changes. So
It does. But for me, if you look at how if you've got one person that shoots at least one or two people off the break and the other one does the same thing, well, hey, then that's the point for you. So let's go back to the English game now.
yeah, so there's London Tigers and London Nexus. London Tigers on your screen. Carl Milton, number 3, is the captain of the team. You have the Keats brothers, and the chap in the middle there, his nickname back home is Wee Man. He's been playing since he was 14 years old for the Tigers. And I won't say how old he is now, but he's been around for some time.
No, maybe there's some ladies out there who would like to know.
Yeah. Wee Man, number 21, he'll be playing down the centre. And then you have London Nexus, who didn't have a great tournament first time round, but they have some living legends like Ash Chaplin there, who's closest to the screen, to will push Snake side.
Get clipped on that. Nope. Live alive on both sides.
I think Nexus got a couple of bounces. Yes, they did. So unlucky breakout for London Tigers. They did clip a couple of players. And Nexus are slowly pushing Snake side as Tigers try to counteract them and push the Snake corner.
Oh,
Didn't make it out there alive.
no, yeah, but that was a clumsy dive. Did you see that dive?
Yeah.
Oh, and losing another one, so it's all Nexus now. So Nexus is really looking forward to, you know, getting some points on the board now. Because they haven't really
Nexus
confirmed.
really want it, and they'll push and they'll make things happen.
But as in saying that, they've got that, as we're looking onto, a big gunfight there.
Yeah.
So I think it's 2-on-1 now, as it looks.
Yeah, it looks like this is James Granville, Dorito side.
And I just shot the last player.
They did, yeah. So it was a convincing win in the end for London Nexus, and disappointing for Tigers, as they did clip a couple off the break, and nothing came of it.
Well, that's
so
shots.
for people back home that don't know what that means, is you can only be eliminated if the ball breaks on you. So if it bounces and doesn't leave a paint mark, then you're still clean. Unlucky for London Tigers, because they did clip a couple of Nexus players, but the ball didn't break.
But that's why I have that many refs on the field, actually, because you need to have, well, every angle checked. So that's why, for people at home, we have all these refs, as you see them now. And of course, they'll be here all day with us. We'll be up here, they'll be down there.
So look at the rest. They do lie down on the ground, and the reason for that is they obviously lie beneath the lanes. Otherwise they'll get shot at every point. So Breakout Spar on your screens. They're from Belgium. They've decided to push Snake corner. And they've Tim Montressa from the States, who's playing for Breakout Spar, has pushed the Dorito corner, which is a little cape, like a little pyramid. It's very hard to live in it, and he's lived.
Filling out to the corner.
Yeah. I think it's Duchesne has just pushed the inside Dorito bag on Snake side. There he is, number 8. Quentin Duchesne from Breakout Spar is doing a lot of damage there for them. He takes out the Snake player for Camp Carnage. And a towel has been thrown, again from Camp Carnage. So the coach will throw the towel to save on time because it was a convincing wing and a convincing point there for Breakout.
Well, of course, the coach will do that. Not only that, but also he wants to avoid getting penalties. When you're 5-on-1, you would be very tempted because everybody's shooting at you, to keep on playing, and then your team starts with 4.
Yes.
And since you don't want that to happen, well then, that's how you do tactics in paintball.
Of course, yes, and it's all about margins as well. If you leave a player out there alone, it's just 1 against 5. He's going to get shot up a lot, and that's a lot of cleaning up to do in the pits for the next point as well.
That is true. As we're looking onto London Nexus, and London Nexus is getting ready, and well, convincing first point win. So, but I'm sure Carl Milton, who used to actually also play for Nexus, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He used to be an old a Nexus lad, and he now plays for London Tigers. But Nexus are missing one big player this event. Can you guess who it is?
The big player.
Yeah.
I'd say. I'd say.
They're missing Clint Moore for this event,
Yes.
which is a real shame for them. But look, they're holding their own already with 1 point in the lead. Clint Moore back home. I hope you get better soon. He's had an injury to his neck, so he's been advised by the doctor not to play paintball. So it must hurt for now, not be able to play.
But they'll probably be watching us. So Clint, if you're watching us at home, and we'll just say hi to you, and let's keep your fingers crossed for Nexus.
Okay, so there's a short delay, might be a technical delay, I think, because they should be playing by now. So early morning jitters here, and you can also see early morning jitters from the players, because you've seen there's quite a few clumsy dives there. I mean,
I know, they weren't really warmed up yet.
For the Tigers, for Breakout, even even though they're winning. Some clumsy dives out there, but well...
they didn't do the warm-ups this morning.
I think the word we're searching for is nothing's quite clutch right now.
Yeah, there's no clutch. There's no clutch. Actually, well, I think that the first dive that I saw was the London Tigers guy straight went into the ground. He's trying to play the mold again, but we got lovely weather out here. The turf looks great, or actually the grass looks great. So
let's see how long that will last this weekend. So we hold out. If the weather stays, the grass will remain green.
Yeah, true.
So this is Group D here at the CPL. Within this group, as you know already, Breakout Spar, Paris Camp Carnage, and the 2 British teams facing up, London Tigers and London Nexus. Now back home in the UK, they have the CPPS series, which is where all the teams across the UK will compete. And a great setup there because you've got over 160 teams each event.
Not bad, not bad.
So London Tigers and London Nexus are obviously in the elite division over there. And as it stands at the moment, London Tigers have the upper hand over Nexus and are the better team back home. But let's see how they do here in the Millennium Series. In regards to rankings at the moment, Tigers is just a little bit above Nexus. And Paris Camp Carnage are also near the bottom with Nexus as well. But you've got Breakout Spar up there in the top in 4th position. We were just saying how Breakout Spar have just come up as a team in the last season. Last season they were impressive. Let's see what they can do this year.
Well, last year they finished 4th, which is, for a European team with all these American teams competing who have a much better budget.
Yes.
Or bigger budget, actually.
Yes.
Then I would say, well, not bad for them. I mean, hats off. They've been training a lot, and I mean, I think the American players on their team have helped them a lot to, to progress.
Yes.
And then, of course, we got our favorite in there, which is, of course, Dushin. I mean, he's been our favorite for quite a while on that team. Why? Because he's young. He just goes there. He just drops down the hammer. No fear. He doesn't care who's in front of him. He just goes there.
So London Tigers waiting patiently at the start gates. And these are kind of moments which play havoc with your mindset.
It does.
Standing there waiting is an important point. Tigers are already a point down. Nexus won that point convincingly in 1 minute 10 seconds.
And I think it has to do something with the scoreboard. If I look at it this way.
The scoreboard looks fine from here, but it might be some technical issue surrounding it. You're right. But on the other fields that's going on right now, we have the SPL, which is the semi-professional league, or like the Challengers League that comes up to the CPL. We have Joe Bar Pelisan, and they're playing Ramstein Instinct. Alongside Birmingham Disruption are playing Ugly Ducklings Odense at the moment. So there's some other big matches going on the other fields.
There is, and as we have heard now, there is a technical problem with the scoreboard. They're trying to settle it out because something was wrong with the score and with the time. So guys, bear with us. It just happens sometimes, especially in the morning. And well, the problem also is and that's something I heard, is there's a lot of cables running around here, and sometimes people step on them, you know, especially yesterday when you had the training.
Yes.
And people don't really look on what they're stepping, so sometimes those cables get broken. So you
So,
think you're all set in the morning, and then you go and then it's not set.
So what I've just been reliably told is they're going to now run the games without the scoreboard,
Okay.
just to keep everything moving, and while they try and fix the problem. But Nexus on your screens, that's our start gate cam. We've got three cameras on the field. Or was it 4? 1 at each start gate and 2 looking down from Snake side.
And we have got 2 more
I've just
cameras.
been told it's 5 cameras now this year. So we're being
Mobile.
spoiled. Each event with 1 more camera every time. So there's your start gate camera.
Well, hey, thank you, paintballwebcast.com for giving all this great footage. So, as we're looking onto the start gate cam.
It's interesting. Watch this now, because you'll see the lanes they choose. It looks like London Nexus is going to lane Snake side off the back centre. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if it pays off. As Tigers push to the Snake side corner. It looks like all players are out alive. No, Snake corner didn't make it alive for Tigers, so it was a good breakout for Nexus. And once again, Nexus get a bounce.
But losing on their complete, the Dorito side.
And James Granville asking for a check. He's been shot in the head. He's asking the marshal to come check him. And the marshal's seen and deemed him to be clean, so he can play on. But the Tigers are pushing Dorito side. Yep, and Dorito 3 now.
And nobody's shooting Dorito. Oh, now he is, but that's kind of too late, because...
That's wee man on your screen sees the guard at the back of London Tigers, letting them know what's happening. Tigers are dominating Dorito side now in Dorito 4. And it's Tau. Nexus throw the Tau, and it's Tigers actually with 4 players alive, and Nexus with just the 1. So the point goes back to Tigers, and it's 1 apiece. And we have Breakout walking back onto the field with Camp Carnage. Obviously, Breakout won the first 2 points. Camp Carnage need to make something happen now. For those of you back home that don't know how the game works, it's a race to 5. They have 15 minutes on the board in order to score as many points as they can, maximum of 5.
And then, of course, if all those points haven't been scored yet, we have a definite time limit. So you could also have a 4-2, 4-1. We haven't seen the 2-1 runs.
But Camp Carnage on your screen, they're going to push Snake corner. It's actually a harder run to get out Snake corner than to Snake 1.
But going all the way into Snake 50, that insert that small Dorito in front of the M there.
Yeah, Dushin has chosen that on a second occasion because the point works. It's very aggressive. I like it.
Me too.
I might use that one later.
Oh, well, let's see Shelly do that.
Oh, it wouldn't be me, I'm the guard. It'll be Linda Grau. So there he is on your screens. He's choosing the bunker inside the Snake. I think the only way you can get in there alive is to make sure the back centre is dead and dive through, because it's quite blind down that lane.
Or hope he's not shooting that way.
The Breakout are choosing these small witches hats as well to play. I like that.
Oh, and Tal being thrown again by Camp Carnage. So Carnage not really finding any solutions.
It just looks as though they haven't woken up yet, or they haven't figured out the field of play. Or better yet, Breakout Spar have figured it out and they're dominating them very heavily.
Well, for now, I mean, last week I was at the French National Championships, and I saw Carnage play, and everybody was there. I mean, all the French teams were there, Vision, Tauntauns, and all the other guys. And, well, they did play very well. They did play this layout a few times, so that's weird that they, you know, maybe, but that's always the same thing. The game plan works on one day, and then the next day, hey, that's why we have coaches for.
Now that was a better slide.
That was a better slide. Oh, no!
Carl Milton there got a penalty for London Tigers. It's not what you need from the captain. Oh, it's a 2. It's out. It's a 1-for-1, and then the player got shot as they pushed out. So Nexus have come out, guns blazing. Some quick kills as Nexus fills Snake 3 and into the centre 50.
As we're looking through the snake, we're trying to wrap around. And there they go.
A very quick point there for Nexus. It's Sean Hassel doing all the damage.
So how much animosity is there between these two teams?
There's not much animosity. There's definite rivalry.
Yeah.
I think what they like to call back home in the UK is casual banter. There's quite a lot of banter that goes on between Nexus and the Tigers, as being the two dominant forces in the UK.
Paintball teams, yeah.
But we got other teams stepping up to up the ranks. Obviously, you've got Manchester Firm, who play in the SPL. They have guests such as Damien Ryan and Brad McCurley. So the nickname for them right now is the Infirmus over in the UK. So Manchester Firm is also Birmingham Disruption, who used to be CPL. They went down to SPL. They're battling out right now against the Ugly Ducklings. And another team, the Lucky 15s, who won the first elite event back home. So the Lucky 15s are a SPL 2 team. They're beating all the pros. So some good teams coming up through the UK.
Well, great to see paintball alive in Britain.
So Breakout Spar, convincingly 3 points ahead, and plenty of time left on the clock.
Let's see.
And they've lost a player already off the break, and Camp Carnage have all 5 alive.
Well, they're not moving much, but that's maybe what they had to do. Now they're just, you know, bumping up one small move at a time, trying to dominate that field, staying alive, rolling their guns.
It's an easy little bump there from Dorito 1 to Dorito 2. It's all about timing. When the person's putting paint on you, and they just put up slightly, or they slightly look the other way, that's your time to go. Very quick little bump.
As they go back into the snake on the other side.
Looks like Camp Carnage have fielded Snake 1, but they have lost their Snake guard. So it's 4 apiece, and Camp Carnage are pushing. They look to be in the driver's seat right now. Yep, they're in Snake 3 and the can 50. We're going to see a lot of players play that can. There's Snake 3 on your screen. It's going to push all the way up the end.
And I've just been told Breakout Spar has just won the DPL. They won every game in the DPL last weekend.
Wow.
So they're on par on this field. They know what to do. But
So that's how they know the field. But
Camp Carnage.
Camp Carnage have just stole a point back. Wow.
They needed that.
I think the coach has just said to them, what are you doing? Just stay alive. Just stay alive. So what they've done, they've come out and they've all stayed alive, all 5 alive, and they've won the point.
Yeah, but if you saw the tactic on that one, they really went short. They really
did go
went short, close bunkers, you know, small bumps, and that worked for them. So maybe that's the tactic to do against Breakout Spar is, you know, not to try to go very far because those guys in the back will shoot you going there.
Sometimes maybe it takes 3 points to realize, hey guys,
that wasn't working.
let's change it up a bit. So that's good for Camp Carnage as they steal a point back. Back to the London boys. London Nexus on your screens. They're swapped ends now. 1 apiece. Only 2 minutes into the game. Looks like Ash Chaplin got shot on the head as he dove in, and he's out. And it looks as though both teams have lost a player. It's 4 on 4. London Nexus pushing Dorito side. Yeah, and Snake as well.
Yeah, pushing into the snake. Straight going for the cross shot.
Nexus lose their big back player, Granville. And Tigers are counteracting straight away and trying to push Dorito side. They have Dorito 1, Dorito 2, and Snake 1.
Looked like the snake player almost got clipped there. He said, you know what, let's go further into the bunker. So
yeah, there is you see the snake player was sitting back on the snake beam. There's a nice shot there across field on Dorito 2. And it works because as Tigers pushed Dorito side, they're able to get the kill.
But London Nexus losing their snake corner.
Yeah, that's a big loss. I think snake corner. If you made it out there alive and guarding your snake, I think you'll see most teams win their point. As Camp Carnage just did, they had their snake corner and their snake one alive. And Nexus playing smart with only one player remaining, pushing Dorito sides and mixing it up a bit, so they don't really know where he is. Oh, that could have been a big point.
Oh, and I think...
Oh, so it was Sean Hassel. Amazing point from Sean Hassel. 1-for-1 called for London Tigers on Carl Milton again. He's going to be really cursing himself right now. Are there any players left remaining for London Tigers to win the point?
Don't think so. Doesn't look that way.
It's all of head ref Jabba having a little chat. And it's game over.
No point.
No point.
That's actually a no point.
So no point. But it was an interesting game. I liked it. Nexus pulled it out the bag because the Tigers had that convincingly, and Sean Hassel doing all the work down Dorito's side has enabled them to make it a no point. So London Nexus still in the lead, 2-1.
But again, we see this up and down battle now between these two English-British teams, and you really feel that there's this, this, this rivalry going on. You really feel it. It's like, you give me one, I get you one. So, but that's counter paintball, we call that.
Yes. So Breakout and Camp Carnage. Camp Carnage on your screens, wearing the red, sponsored by Clips, shooting LV1s and 3.5s.
And Camp Carnage, of course, having their owner that's been around for a long time, Mr. Thomas Seligman from Paris, and I mean he's one of the oldest people I know in paintball. I think he was already around when I played, so he's been around a long time, and he's helped this team a lot. And of course we've got their captain, Mr. Gregory Mogino, and of course, the old Tonton player on that, Alexander Pizon. And Pizon, of course, spent 2 years with Tonton getting trained, going from Paris to Marseille every weekend. And after 2 years, he went back to his old teammates. And I hope he can, and I think they've improved a lot. I saw them last year, I saw them this year. They are looking more convincing. No more pushover, like a 5-0 pushover team. And that's...
Yeah, I think you're right, Maurice. All these teams now in the CPL, none of them are pushovers. They just have good and bad tournaments, I think.
Yeah. But the points are much closer than we used to. I mean, sometimes we still have 5-0s or 5-1s, but they're much closer than you would think. Sometimes it's a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-1. You're a little bit unlucky, get a little penalty, and then...
Well, look at London Nexus last year. We thought, oh, they're going down. They've been a lot of big losses, lots of, like you said, 5-0 losses throughout the whole of last season. And they pulled it out the bag the last event to score enough to stay up in the CPL.
And before that, Vision did that.
Yes, so so, start gate, Cam from Camp Carnage, and they're choosing to lane snake side.
And did that work? Oh, but Breakout going through the middle.
And they've lost, Breakout have lost their Dorito guard.
I think it's back center they lost. Oh.
Yeah, he pushed out to, as he pushed from back center, he got clipped. So I think it was Dorito 1 that's wrapped, doing all the damage as Spar, it's Dusheen again in Snake.
And shooting straight away Camp Carnage player, the one on the insert bunker between for the Snake.
Camp Carnage had no idea he was in there, they do now. So you can see him posting up there on Snake 1. Can't quite get the shot, but letting him know he's there. As soon as he reveals any part of his profile, he's going to get clipped, the Snake player for Camp Carnage. Dusheen's got to stay in there alive, and if I was a Camp Carnage player, I'll be putting a lot of paint in there to hope that some balls bounce off the barricade and hit him in the pack.
Yeah.
It's very tight in there. It's important now for him to stay. He'll stop shooting because he can't pot up right now. As soon as he pots up in that tight angle, there we go. Oh, you knew it was going to be one or the other. That was great play there from Camp Carnage. Sweet shooting.
And now, of course, if this Dorito guy is smart up, he gets up and he goes and gets the Dorito Snake. earlier, but he's not. For now, he's still posting. He's trying to get the angle on him, but that's a dangerous move to do. And he's on his own. Nobody's shooting Dorito side now.
Yeah. Oh, I think no. Snake 1 was, and Snake 1
Yeah.
managed to.
Yeah.
So Snake 1 for Camp Carnage doing all the work. I think now have 3 packs. Camp Carnage have 4 alive, and I think it's a convincing point for them.
So, first 3 points, all breakout. You would say, well, hey, you know what? This is going to be an easy game, and then Camp Carnage turned it around. But that's we have coaches now.
Yes, we have coaches, or in some circumstances, it was almost like, hey, if we don't, it's mindset. If you believe, oh, we're going to lose now, and you almost relax, go out and play your game, and you win. You never know. It's a coach and mindset. So they've brought it back. It's now 3-2. What a great game.
Great game.
The first matchup here at this CPL in Bitburg.
And of course, we can see the sun coming out, so I'm going to get blinded here now. So pretty soon I'll have to, I'll start wearing my glasses again just to be able to see on the other side.
I just about see us on the screens.
Yeah, I know, but hey, you're still protected. But we're not complaining. We got the sun, we've got some great paintball, and we go back to London Tigers as we're looking onto the breakout. Oh.
Tigers break Snake corner and make it out alive. And they also push the Dorito corner, which is the hard bunker to stay alive in. But it's an easy move into Dorito 2 from that corner if you are alive. And you'll see that happen now. Tigers push into Dorito 2. Oh, Carl Milton's having a sloppy game. He's just been taken out again from his bunker.
But again, at the same time, he allowed a Snake 1 player to go in, and of course, being filled being filled up.
Yes, he's been filled. So it's great play there from Tigers. Tigers pushing Dorito side.
And Snake side.
Yep, they look the advantage on the field.
And Nexus dropping like flies. 1, 2, and no, 2 walking off. So I think there's only 1 left. I think corner and home.
Back center. Back center's going to move. Dorito 3 for Tigers has no idea the players just moved from back center.
That could be a surprise.
And Ash Chaplin there on your screen. Snake 1 for Nexus,
and
keeping the team alive. Yep, keeping the team alive, shooting across fields, taking out Tigers' Dorito side.
And that's why you want guys. Oh, and he got
big
him.
Move there. Big move there from. Oh, and he's dead, but he was talking. But he's called himself out. 1 Snake corner, and it looks like the Temple Dorito side for Nexus, as the Temple now pushes Dorito, top of your screens. So they've spread the field as Tigers push into Dorito 3, and they have Snake corner. It's 2v2.
Yeah, and actually crossing it up. Nexus crossing it up, being in a defensive position. Oh, and getting shot.
From Dorito 3.
Yeah, from Dorito 3. And now Ash has to do something. He's on his own now. It's 2-on-1. And he knows if he waits this out, he's going to get it. He's going to wear it. So what is he going to do?
Oh, no, that's not Ash. That's Sean Hassel.
It's Sean Hassel. Oh, and Sean making it a 1-on-1.
Yeah, Sean's making it 1-on-1. It's Sean Hassel versus Wee Man.
Wow. Way to go,
This
Sean
is a
Hassel.
big point, and Sean Hassel's having a great game. He's taking the advantage. He's looking to go to the start gate, and he's been shot.
And smart move by the London Tiger player, waiting for him to move, shooting in the interval, and you know what, keep on moving. I'll get you one day or another. That's
a big point for Matthew Donegan, aka Wee Man.
Yeah, is that Wee Man? Okay,
yes.
That's Wee Man. Hey, well played. Ooh, he's taking a good breath.
Yeah, that's the first buzzer point as well for this match as well. There's been a lot of towels thrown.
Yeah. As we're looking into the pits.
This is London Nexus's pits.
20 seconds.
They're looking quite confident though.
Yes.
They look confident, calm, no big rattle. And for now then, well, it's only 2-2. I mean, the game can go anyway. So for now they're happy with it.
And it's important to keep the mood in the pits calm. So back to the matchup with Camp Carnage. Camp Carnage on your screens, Breakout Spar the other end. The sun is very bright now. It's quite hard to see. You can see the shadows casting on the field. Dushin asking for a check. I think he said he got shot in his hand and it's bounced, but he's asked for a check and he's clean. He's sitting in the small cake, which is the entrance to the snake, on snake side. See, all Breakout have all 5 alive, spreading the field as they push Dorito 2. Camp Carnage also have all 5 alive.
And the Carnage player hugging the bunker, hugging his Dorito.
They're all giving their bunkers cuddles right now, because the last thing they want to do is get shot from their bunker and their coach sitting them for the next point.
Oh.
This is a big point now for this game.
And I've got this big M, you know, these M things in the middle now, make it...
Yeah, it's also not only the M, but you also got the Medusa straps as well for the big bunkers. Oh, there's a penalty there for Breakout Spar.
So again, on your board, yeah, Paracam Carnage against Breakout.
Breakout have, yeah, they do. They have 2 players, but they're both Dorito side. They don't have the spread of the field. Camp Carnage, a player's just been shot on Snake side. That's a big kill for Breakout. They might pull it out the bag. It's now 2 on 3.
But I think but that's Tim Manchester on the Dorito side for them, and that is a big help. So now, how disciplined are they?
Yeah, I mean, they're mirrored up for the Dorito side. But yeah, Tim Montressa shoot infield for Breakout.
And this is what you have to do now. This is where it counts, and this is where it's most important. You have to sit down in your bunker, keep laning, keep doing your job, and not get overconfident to do crazy moves, because that's when you get it, make it 2-2, and then...
You're totally right, Maurice. This is that time in the game where, well, no one's shooting at me. Shall I run? No. Don't take any risks. Find out exactly what's happening. Sit behind your bunker. Oh, and Camp Carnage did take a risk.
Yeah.
And Breakout have now turned it back to 2 on 2.
And it was 4 on 2.
Yes. So Camp Carnage were in the driving seat. There's some great teamwork for Breakout Spar. They managed to chop up Snake side and stay alive. So let's see what happens now. It's all about talking to each other.
Well,
It's all about practice.
Yeah.
You know, when you go back to the training grounds, when you practice your 2 on 2s.
Ooh.
It's a big move for
That's
Camp
a
Carnage.
big move.
It worked though.
Yeah.
So Camp Carnage lose their Dorito player.
Oh, but also getting shot going there.
So
Way to
yeah,
go.
Tim Montressa also got shot.
Yeah.
It's 1 on 1.
1-on-1. So this is going to be interesting. Backline fight.
Oh, and Camp Carnage.
Way to go.
They the final player clips him long balling him across the field. That's pretty impressive with the sun in your eyes.
I agree. Way to go for him.
So he's just getting checked. The marshals make sure they're completely clean. It's a big point.
And that looks
It's clean?
like, yeah, I think it looks like Pizon. Looks like Alexander Pizon.
It looks like Pizon.
Yeah.
Maybe it has Pizon a big point. Why not punch the air for something like that?
Yeah. Well, hey, you're on 4 on 2, leading. You lose 2 players. You lose the 3rd play, and then you shoot the last 2.
Yeah. And then you got the screens now in the pits. That's Breakout. They're up 3-0, and now they're level 3-3.
Won't be happy with that.
No.
We're looking on to, I think, is that Kevin Cole? Looks
No,
like
not
Cole?
Kevin Coombe. No,
Okay.
no.
Looks like him.
It very much looked like him. Yeah. No, Kevin Coombe, I think, is nice and warm in his drum tent right now.
Yeah, probably. With his, well,
So Tigers, the London matchup again. Oh, Tigers got shot pushing out to Dorito size.
both teams losing because Nexus losing the snake side corner. Oh, and the ref running in because there's one guy coming all the way through the middle. I hope this isn't a penalty.
Yeah, Nexus
No.
being checked in the centre. It's not a penalty. But Marshall's running around Nexus side, up and down. That's Ash Chaplin, the green I4s. Number 22 for Nexus, playing snake corner. He's a snake player, Ash. What he will look to do is put back centre in.
I already shot him actually.
Yeah, and then he'll push inside into snake now. Carl Milton, the captain of London Tigers, now in snake 1. And Ash is doing that big move, top of your screens into snake 1, and he's made it in alive. That's what you have to do to get into snake 1 from that position. And I don't think Tigers know he's in snake 1 yet. They will soon.
Well, I think that the small cake on their side that's the first one that's gonna know.
Yeah.
But he's gonna try to look to bump up to go to the other side.
Yeah, because Tigers are actually looking the Dorito side in the small cake, and if Ash backs up a little bit, he'll get a nice shot. And
Yeah. But he doesn't know that they also went onto the Dorito side.
that's correct. So Nexus have the better
Field position.
yeah, they do. Barricades on the field, and Tigers, 3 players, making it work. Back center, Snake corner, and Snake 1. Again, communication. Can Tigers do what Breakout Spar did last point?
Yeah.
And bring it back?
Well, haven't. They lost
haven't.
Ash shot, not Ash,
They've lost
Dorito side shot.
Yeah, Matthew Donegan.
Yeah. And they
And
lost
it's only
the
Carl
last
Milton
one.
alive. And Snake 1. And
And
the point won by Nexus.
Yeah. There came the Muggin.
Yes. That was some great play there from Ash Chaplin. That's experience that's come out there. And Sean Hassel, who I think, I'd say so far, man of the match on this point.
He has. But I have to say, Ash was playing well too.
Yeah, he's a very consistent player, Ash. And
Played
being
with
the
him.
captain of the team and being a forward player makes the team very aggressive and very adaptable.
Played with Ash in PSP 3 years back, or 5 years back. He played really well.
So this is London Tigers on your screen. Interesting to see how they're dealing with what's going on. Carl Milton chatting with Colby Keats. Shame we can't mic them up. I'm sure there's a few swear words in there. That's probably why we don't mic them up. So the Keats brothers there. Sam Cates just keeping us guessing by wearing Tony Brandon's jersey.
Oh, you see that a lot now. People wearing each other's jerseys.
Yeah, brotherhood.
Names. Yeah.
So Breakout Spar and Camp Carnage game, it's 3-3. Big point right now.
But
Breakout have already lost a player off the break. So, other than the name, Camp Carnage had a better breakout.
yeah. No pun intended.
At Breakout are pushing Dorito's side. They know they need to get the width. It's Tim Montressa.
Oh, and overdoing it. Camp Carnage not convincingly trying to go through the middle, not convinced.
No.
Not dedicated to what he did.
No, he didn't. He pushed up the centre and had no idea Tim Montressa was sitting there waiting and Dorito won.
And Tim goes like, haha, I got your number.
Tim's now pushing Dorito 3, and Breakout do have the dominant bunkers on Dorito's side. Camp Carnage have Snake 1. But they're also having problems with not being able to shoot straight. He was just using the fluffy, the squeegee, cleaning his barrel to try and get straight shots. And Tim Montressa sneaked all the way up into Dorito 4. And Camp Carnage have no idea that he's in there.
Not really sure that that's the best position, but
He's sitting there waiting.
I'll dedicate go
If
and
he
get
wraps now, yep. Ooh, it's all about that shot. Yes,
And he
what
got
a
it.
great shot there
Yeah.
from Tim Montressa. It's really nice to see. I mean, you didn't see it on your screens just now because we were looking Dorito side. You've got Snake side on your screen. But Tim Montressa is taking another player for Breakout.
And he did it, and Tim shot him, and Tim doesn't even know that guy's already shot.
He's been
So.
shot across field by Snake 1.
And that's where you see, that's where a guy like Tim Montressa comes in. He just does a 3-pack just by himself.
With the help of his Snake player across
And
the
makes it, but it makes it look easy. But it's true
field.
that
Make
if
it,
you...
they do make it look easy.
But the error came from the parry Camp Carnage. If you got somebody in your Dorito, come on, you go and get them. You're like, what, is it 3 meters, 3.5 meters? I mean,
I
just
don't
stand
think
up and go and
he
get
knew,
him.
did he? Because he sneaked up. He got into Dorito 3, and Tim then, there's a beam between Dorito 3 and Dorito 4. He's got on his belly, and he sneaked up like an old army move. Crawled in, hiding away, and they had no idea he was in there. It's a good game plan. So Tigers again. And, oh, they're taking 2 Nexus off the break. Big breakout from Tigers. This is more how they play.
But having one gun problem, but he solved it now. Oh, and I think there's another Nexus walking
He's
off.
just been checked. There's a lot of paint flying his way.
And there's another one, so yeah, that's 5-on-1, I think. 5-on-1 or 5-on-0?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
You can see here is those English accents down. Hit the buzzer.
Buzzer.
And the buzzer's been hit, and Marshall checks to see if the play is clean. And
Make him have do a little dance, you know.
And
up and down.
a point there for Nicky Honing. Nicky Honing for London Tigers is one of the smallest players in the team, and that's why his number is half, because it's a half pint. And he wears it proudly.
He does. I think he's Dutch, isn't he, Nick Honing?
He's, I think he's Dutch passport, but
Yeah.
he's a British. He lived in British. Yeah, he could play for the Dutch, but he chooses not to. So. But yeah, he's like the London Tigers' little assassin. They'll bring him out for when
Little
they need
ninja,
him. Yeah,
ninja.
the little ninja they need, and he did a lot of damage down Dorito's side. This field layout, it really does favour the bold, and if you're an aggressive, almost reckless player, sometimes points will work in your favour because moves are missed, and that's what will make this this tournament this weekend really exciting, because you'll see some big moves, and we'll see where the superstars come from this weekend.
And we'll see how they play.
Yes.
And of course, we see now a timeout has been called probably by Carnage. Because, of course, well, hey, they're up down 1 point, but they came back. It was 3-0, and now it's 4-3.
Yes.
So they still have this game. It's a one-game point. I mean, just 1 point. And as we look onto Carnage in the pit, I see our Belgian friends. Remember those guys?
Yes.
The guy in the back there?
Yes.
Yeah, had so much fun. Breakout. I think they played for Breakout before.
So the biggest team from Belgium is Breakout Spar, and they're dominating the DPL, which is the Dutch Paintball League. Not the Dutch, the German. Deutschland Paintball League.
Deutschland bigger league.
Yeah, so they're dominating the German leagues right now. But they're having a bit of a headache with Camp Carnage from Paris.
Well, I think Camp and Carnage mixed up one or two things, and then, you know, just like, you know what, we're not going down without a fight. That's
So
good.
you have some superstars hanging around in the pits there. That was Oliver Lang in his Polar Bears jersey.
Mr. Oliver Lang.
Split screen, Breakout Spar, Camp Carnage. Camp Carnage is on your right, Spar on your left.
And Carnage dropping the first body, going to the Dorito snake corner.
Dushin pushing all the way up to Snake. You know what I was saying earlier about this field favours the bold? Sneak all the way up into Snake 3. You like these kind of games,
I
Maurice,
love
know you like.
sneaky stuff. It's great.
And they do know he's there, but he's just got to stay alive. Remember, he got into the middle beam last time and he didn't stay alive, so I think Dushin has probably learned from that. And,
So he's not going the middle beam, he's staying at the first beam.
yeah. And he's done enough damage because Camp Carnage have just lost a player Dorito side. You see on Dushin's hopper there, his loader, there's some paint. That's not a shot, that's what they call bunker rubs. So the paint's come off the bunker and is on his loader.
Oh, and shooting another one side. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is all going to
Yeah.
be, yeah, there they go, there they go.
Dominant point there for Breakout. So Camp Carnage's technical timeout didn't work in their favour there. They were just timing it out, slowing it down.
And they did lose, well, they did lose a capital loss. When you go all the way to the corner, make that effort in, that's where the first body came from, off the break. And then, well, Breakout, you know, just constructing their game as they used to. And they're like, you know, okay, you've done it 2 or 3 times in a row, but now we know what you're doing, so.
Well, it's an interesting match. I've really enjoyed watching Breakout play Camp Carnage because Breakout came out very dominant.
Yes.
They were winning 3-0, and
I
then
know.
Camp Carnage had come back to win 3 points.
And for the Perry Camp Carnage fans at home,
There
they'll
they
be
are.
happy saying, well,
Yes.
hey, that wasn't bad. I mean,
They actually made it into a fight, and I know they've lost this match, but that's good for their standings, getting 3 points against the what you'd say the dominant team in their group, in Group D. So Camp Carnage still have to play the London Massive this
Yeah,
weekend. They still have to play Tigers and Nexus, who are on your screens. That's Tigers in the blue.
oh, and Tigers losing, no, Nexus
Nexus
losing.
have lost their Dorito side player.
But Tigers also losing their Dorito player. So actually both Doritos players have been eliminated. Oh, but a sloppy move on the Nexus part there. You don't want to do that when you're on 3-3.
No, both sides have been quite sloppy considering how big this point is.
Yeah.
It's 3 apiece with less than 5 minutes to go. Looks like Nexus are playing more clutch, as the saying goes. I mean, it's tight to their bunkers. but Tigers are more up for it and they want it. Oh, here comes that sneaky move for
Yeah.
Tigers. It's Colby Keats sneaks up into Dorito 4. Yep, and does the damage. It's only
I think
Tigers.
Snake won.
Yeah, it's Snake 1. They're not sure. No, Snake must be. Yeah, we didn't even see Snake get shot there, so Snake must have got shot and done a sneaky get out the field. So Matthew Donegan again hits the buzzer. You see, he was looking back to his team then, and he said, "Do you want me to wait for time?"
But that's dangerous
Yeah,
in Millennium
it
Series
is.
because they start chronoing you, and if you
Exactly
go over
right.
300, it's out. If you go over 310, it's 1-for-1. And we've seen these games being played before in Europe where they try to, to save time, and they can really hurt.
So there's the pits for Tigers. So Tigers had some good play in this match so far. I think the outstanding players you've seen for them has been Colby Keats and Matthew Donegan. And for London Nexus, convincingly, has been Ash Chaplin and Sean Hassel. But that's up to you back home to who you think essentially the man of the match of this game is. But there's Colby Keats playing number 4 for London Tigers. Captain, number 3, Carl Milton. Very calm. So they've just stole a point from Nexus. If they win the next point, they win the match.
And wouldn't that be an upset?
It wouldn't be an upset technically because London Tigers are dominating Nexus back home at the moment, and they're above Nexus in rankings here in the Millennium Series. You can see the players there. You're right, Nikki Honing has come down as a Dutch player, but all British players. Richard Payne usually plays back centre for the boys, down at the bottom there. He's a very tall player, but as you see, the field layout doesn't really have a back centre, not a tall bunker on this layout. But they've got their big guns out. Matt Donegan, AK Wee Man, and Colby and Sam Keats and Carl Milton usually play, and Nikki Honing with a couple of points out there. So Tigers, with the facts there, are not winning a lot of points, but they're doing enough to keep them flowing.
Well, I think, and actually because both of them know that the hard part in this group is going to be either Carnage or Breakout Spar. You don't want to go off, because if you lose the first game, you're going to have to win and Breakout Spar and Carnage, and that's a whole different story. So I think both of them know how important it is. But in the beginning it looked like all Nexus, but it looks now like London Tigers have got their back. So let's see if they can make it a 4-4 game, or whether it's going to be game over.
So Nexus have Jermaine Hull as their new player playing with them for this point. That's a lot of confidence for the new player, the pickup this year.
And Nexus trying to go through the middle, but getting shot while trying to go there.
Yeah,
Wasn't really convinced, and honestly, no gun up.
You get chopped up going down the centre from the back centre with a delay, and that's what happened with Nexus there. They just lost their player. Oh, and it looks like Tigers have doubled up in Dorito 2. That was a little bit of miscommunication, but they've pulled it out of the bag, and it's Nikki Honing now in Dorito 3 for London Tigers, as London Nexus, as Ash Chaplin pushes Snake 1.
And of course, we now see them spreading the field, more and more confident, and it's looking more and more grave for all the Nexus fans out there. And he's going all the way to Snake 4 now. Sneaky shot from the beam between the two Doritos. Going to sneaky shot probably the corner. He probably sees his legs or something.
So both teams have Snake 1, but Nikki Honing's sitting in Dorito 4 for Tigers.
And Nexus battling it out for the life, and if that gets a hit...
James Granville is asking for a check. The Marshal sees him clean. And Ash Chaplin is in Snake 2, and is all over Dorito 4, knows exactly where Nikki Honing is. Oh, and he's been taken, so Ash Chaplin's been shot, so this now leaves Nikki Honing to, do what he needs to do. Colby Keats with the big kills here on Dorito's side.
There we go, and there it goes for Nexus.
Yep, and London Tigers have won the point. If they're just going to, obviously the point is not given until they hit the buzzer. So that's Sam Keats, very knowledgeable, very experienced player. Ex-Russian Legion's been in the ex-Shockwave, now been in the Tigers for some years. but wearing Tony Brandon's jersey for him back home. Hits the buzzer.
And well, you have to say that looked convincing, even though in the beginning we thought it would be more of London Nexus that would be, it's going to be all London Nexus, and then the Tigers came back, put it to them, and in the end, London Tigers took that one 5-3. But hey, for Nexus on the other side, I think they look much better than I saw the first event.
They look much better, and I think Sean Hassel had a great match despite Tigers winning. And Tigers know that the beginning part of their game, they blew it because they had too many penalties.
Yes, they did.
And they've had to pull it back. And good job there from Carl Milton, the captain, to make sure it's pulled back. The team owner there, Pete, yeah, he's happy with the boys. It's always nice to beat the team that is your local derby, as you used to say. The London Nexus and London Tigers match up, and Tigers win 5-3.